Back, and of course, Alyssa Orange is back with us as well. We're talking about the Tokyo Games, and there's a lot of changes as far as the schedule is concerned. Alyssa, to you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, for a lot of these former Hog track and field athletes, first it was finding somewhere to train because the university closed their facilities. Then it was waiting for the unknown. Well, on Tuesday, the International Olympic Committee announced the postponement of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics to 2021. Never has the Olympic Games been postponed or canceled for something other than war, and athletes are finding themselves in uncharted waters.
At the end of the day, I mean, we're athletes and our job is to compete, and we're entertainers, so I want to do that. But right now, the world comes first.
Former Hog Wallace Spearman is the vice chair of the Athletes Advisory Committee. Before this decision was made, he said over 4,000 polls were sent to athletes to get their feedback.
You'll never have that many Olympians on the phone with the same idea or same, thoughts about what should happen. I mean, there were several thoughts and not everyone agreed, so we just tried to take the majority of what people thought.
After getting over the initial shock of the situation, many other former Hogs shared their feelings.
I haven't been getting that upset because obviously I know that there's a reason for everything. I've just been trying to remain positive and, yes, spend time with family.
Definitely, sad, and I think I'm going to allow myself to be sad. But I do realize that it's not the end of the world. We are still going to get our Olympics.
Earlier in March, former Hog Jerian Lawson was exonerated on a doping offense. The news of the postponement felt similar to the situation he's been in for 20 months.
For me, it's the same thing here. Just train and make sure I go through my summer progressions like I always do, and then pick it back up in that September, October area and get ready for 2021.
Training has also been interesting, but they've all been able to adapt.
We get our workouts in at the high school track here in Cabot, and so, we're still able to go up there and get our workouts in.
We've all been training by ourselves. We've been lifting by ourselves. But being a distance runner, we're still able to get outside. Luckily, we're still able to, run on the roads.
And they're all hoping down the road they'll be able to compete again soon.
Hopefully, we'll be able to have some meets. I don't know when that'll be. Even my agent doesn't know when we'll be able to compete again. But right now, I'm just trying to stay in shape.
But regardless of all the changes being made, the anticipation for the games in 2021, they believe, will bring in a lot of attention.
First time this has ever happened in history, so people are going to want to make history and try and be there and all of that. So I think sports are going to blow up whenever they start happening again.
Things aren't easy for every athlete. When I spoke with Wallace Spearman, he told me that there was a U.S. pole vaulter that had to decide to retire because he couldn't afford financially to wait one more year because of the money that he lost. Some sponsors might even have to cut some of their clients because of the money that they've lost. That's one of the negative impacts that these decisions are having on athletes that has nothing to do with their abilities. And on Sunday, an article by the New York Times said opening series ceremonies could be July 23rd in 2021 under a plan organizers are considering. So still a lot to be considered, Drew, with the Olympics.
Yeah, all about timing, Alyssa. Thanks very much. Different